MSTieCast. I'm your host, Toby and joining me today is Mr. Justin Toner.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening to all, or good day, depending on when you're listening to this. I usually post these at night, but you probably listen to it the next day if you listen at all. And of course, as I said, this is the MSTieCast, and we talk about Mystery Science Theater-y things. And, well, we got some really big news. If you haven't already heard, and I don't know why our show would be your source of news, but if it is, huzzah! Turkey Day's back in a very, very cool way. Joel Robinson, our the creator of Mystery Science Theater, and the reason we're all here, is going to be hosting his own Turkey Day stream. I believe it is on Thanksgiving, correct?
Yeah. This is in conjunction with Shout Factory that they're going to be doing this. I believe it's going to be. There's a link on the website, if I remember correctly. It's going to be. It's not going to be as long as like the old marathons. It's only going to be 6 episodes that were going to be chosen by Joel himself. He got a lot of suggestions from fans on Twitter. I'm sure he's probably gonna have a little bit of ones of him with him and probably a couple Mike, to even things out. And let me see.
Yeah, he was taking fan suggestions over Twitter, which is really cool. And I believe towards the end he'll be doing a IMA thing on Reddit.
Yes,
people ask him questions and he answers those. And you can go to MST3KTurkeyDay.com.
Yep, that's the site.
It'll be noon Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. 6 episodes.
Yep. And it'll be interesting to see which ones he picks. I mean, I'd say, it's just from what I've seen, he a lot of the ones that he was like retweeting were a lot of very popular episodes like Space Mutiny, Werewolf, Manos. He might even throw in his personal favorite, I Accuse My Parents. That's a possibility. So it'll be kind of cool. It's like, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch this. It's like I have to work until the afternoon on Thanksgiving at my job, so I will not be able to see the marathon. Because by the time I get out of work and I go meet my family for dinner, probably most of the marathon will probably be most of the way over. So I'll just have to wait and check on later, see what episodes that he picked to show. And also, apparently, word is that he may announce what the episodes on the Volume 29 box set will be during the marathon. So there's another reason for fans to kind of tune in, maybe. So it's really cool that Joel and Shout Factory are doing this. It's and it's funny that we're choosing to do this and not talking about the old Turkey Day marathons, and it returns.
Right, and it's a very interesting week for geeks like me. We got Doctor Who turning 50 today, the date of recording, and Mystery Science Theater turning half that on Thursday. Plus, for those of you who care about Little Putty, started today, but I don't. Anyway, I'm not that kind of geek. There are different kinds. So, not that I judge those who are into that, whatever. Friends or brownies, whatever. But it's a very good week to be a geek, I suppose. And Thor: The Dark World is out, so I guess go see that. Or at least go see it and see the trailer for Captain America and then leave if you're not into Thor. And I'm going to see Day of the Doctor on Monday in theaters.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
So that'll be cool. But yeah, this has been a pretty big deal. The Joel Turkey Day. It was reported by Entertainment Weekly and non-nerd sites because MSTU is kind of a big thing. Not that Comedy Central will ever say it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These days, yeah.
But that's for a whole different episode.
Yeah. That's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, I'm excited. I know the fans are happy. It's a cool thing, nice way to celebrate, the 25th anniversary of the show on the day it was born, Thanksgiving. It's great.
Well, as a wise man said, to understand the future, we gotta go back in time. So, with that, Turkey Day 95 as part of our continuing look at the Turkey Day saga, as it were. Now, 95 was unique in that it was the first Turkey Day bumper set with Dr. Forrester, but without TV's Frank, as Frank had left the previous season and he'd been killed off for realsies.
Yeah, Dr. Forrester is all alone. Um, the plot, it's like in the early marathons, he's trying to punish people with marathon episodes in his attempts to rule the world. Especially important because he promised his mother, Pearl Forrester, that he would do it by Thanksgiving. So he's kind of in a bit of a crunch because he wants to, impress mommy. And just when he thinks, it's going to be just him, he finds out that before he died, Frank invited Jack Perkins and a couple other people over for Thanksgiving dinner again. Although this time the guest list is a little bit different. Jack Perkins is the only previous, guest returning. It's a whole different lineup this time, which is actually a pretty amusing one.
Yeah, it's essentially Turkey Day 91, but without Frank. And it's shorter. It's actually the shortest of the Turkey Day bump series.
Yeah, they pretty much did just a bumper just to introduce each episode, pretty much. So, there's not a lot of them it's not a very long running time when you put them all together. It's just like a little over like 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's not long. It's a pretty breezy watch, and it's funny. Like the first one, it's very snappy. It's snappy, it's very funny. It's more streamlined than the first one, which I like Turkey Day 91 better still.
Yeah.
Because it did have the nice little moments of heart.
Yep.
But this one was still, it was very goofy, very silly, and Jack Perkins gets drunk and kisses Mr. B. Natural.
Oh, that's one of my
Happy Thanksgiving!
Yeah. And of course, what makes that even more amusing is the fact that it's Mike Nelson as Jack Perkins making out with his real-life wife, Bridget Jones Nelson, who is playing Mr. B. Natural. So it's kind of like almost like basically they're having a little wink, nudge at the fans with that little bit.
And Mike does double duty as Michael Feinstein, who is usually not even on screen.
Oh yeah, that was kind of an interesting little cameo, that one. You also have writer Paul Chapman as Pitch from Santa Claus. Always nice to see him. And
surprisingly affable fellow, that
yes.
Pitch.
And Kevin tries to be as disgusting as possible as Kitten with a Whip.
Yeah, it was Kevin always gets really great spots when he appears. He was Plant Guy in the very first one, and then he got to play Santa Claus in I believe it was just Santa Claus, the Santa Claus episode.
Yep.
With Mike. And now he's Kitten with a Whip that completely misses the point of the movie Kitten with a Whip. It's pretty great.
Yeah. It's like he comes in with a box of K-Later and gives a giant hairball to Dr. Forrester.
It's pretty funny. The entire bit is very good. None of it really drags. All of it is, each one has a good joke. And at the end, they're all singing, and you hear Pearl banging on the door to Deep 13. Which leads us into Night of the Blood Beast.
Yep. Yeah, all the bumpers were basically a build toward the host segments for the premiere of the first episode of Season 7, Night of the Blood Beast.
Which, it's the only episode of Mystery Science Theater to tie in to the Turkey Day bumps. Which is very interesting, which is why on the DVD, which is one of the only ones I own, they have two versions of Night of the Blood Beast, the Turkey Day version and the subsequent version for not syndication, for rerun purposes.
Yeah, they filmed two sets of host segments, the ones for when it premiered on Turkey Day, and then a whole different set of wraparounds for when they would re-air the episode, after that.
Although
And
famously they screwed up and accidentally aired the Turkey Day version in a rerun once.
they did. Oh, that's right. Yeah. And I like how on the Shout Factory DVD on Volume 16 that you can watch the episode with either bumpers. So it's like basically kind of like having like two episodes on one disc. So you can watch either with the regular non-Turkey Day bumpers, or like I've done on some recent Thanksgivings, I watch the Turkey Day version of the episode.
Right. I'll usually run Mystery Science Theater on my TV while everyone's downstairs. My family usually isn't interested, but it's mostly for me. It's mostly for me to just chill out after I've eaten way too much turkey, and because I don't watch football, so this is my kind of mind-numbing relaxation thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, in years past, I would watch it in the morning if I had on the rare times that I wasn't working on Thanksgiving, to get it out of the way, so that because I like football, so I would get up, I'd watch Night of the Blood Beast Turkey Day version to get me in the mood, and then go watch some football and wait for food. So
are you ready for some football?
I had the best of both worlds.
And honestly, that's another good one to watch on Thanksgiving, if only for football.
Oh yeah. Are you ready for some football?
Football. I don't know. All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole segments for Turkey Day version of Night of the Blood Beast are a lot of fun. I like the stuffing versus potatoes argument. That I like that bit. And you see the very interesting relationship between Pearl and Crow. They're friends and they just chat and hang out.
And then Pearl poisons everybody.
Yes, just because she can.
And she announces she's staying on to watch after Clayton.
Mm-hmm. Which was the
right thing. Worse than death.
Yep. Which was the big running thing of the very short season 7, that they had Mary Jo play Pearl to take the place of TV's Frank, and that was pretty much the setup for that.
It was a very interesting experiment.
Mm-hmm. I like Night of the Blood Beast. It's a fun episode. I really like it with the Turkey Day whole segments, although the non-Turkey Day ones are also very good. So I'd recommend watching it both ways. If you
either one. I guess it depends on your situation and frame of mind and your certain time of year.
Mm-hmm.
It goes well with the Santa Claus movies and all that for a good holiday thing to watch around Christmas time as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the short, which is about an angel.
Mm-hmm.
So, it works.
Oh, definitely.
In fact, I think that just sums up Turkey Day 95. It works.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that they aired during the marathon, just before they premiered Night of the Blood Beast to end the marathon, was the what was it called? The
Poopy Parade of Values commercial.
Which is basically...
That was a lot of goofy fun.
Yeah, and that was basically just getting people about the poopy tape stuff
and the scrapbook tape.
And the scrapbook. That was
sorry, go ahead.
It was Mike, Kevin, and Trace hosting that, because I haven't get a chance to really watch the stuff from that. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but
Trace was doing his best Monty Python. he was quite silly with it.
Now, are they being themselves, or are they acting like infomercial guys?
It's a little of both, especially in Kevin. Kevin is acting more the pitchman.
Oh, okay.
Which they're all wearing sweaters, and it's all quite silly, and Kevin is acting very much the part of the celebrity in a infomercial. Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
Oh, okay.
That kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm TV's Tom Servo. And for some reason, Trace has I can't place his accent. It's like vaguely British Australian. It kind of like goes between them. Maybe a little bit of New Zealand. I don't know, but it's quite silly, and it is a very good. It's a very good watch. It's about 15 minutes long, and they show clips from both tapes, the Poopy and the scrapbook tape. And the scrapbook tape is my personal favorite of the two, just because I like seeing how the set was constructed and how they did the door sequence. That's always really really cool for me to watch. But Poopy tape is good too, especially like when Trace and Frank are doing a scene, and like the Deep 13 set like just falls over, and they try and cover it up, but no. Or they're doing a bit and Crow's eyes fall out, or Gypsy loses her lips, just goofy stuff like that. Good stuff. But personally, I prefer the scrapbook tape. Plus, the KTMA stuff is always really interesting to watch. And that was very cool that was also in the infomercial. Clips from the long ago days of KTMA. It's an interesting little watch if you get to watch it. It's on YouTube. All of this is on YouTube.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about all this, is that this stuff is easy to find.
If it's not up, wait like a day. It'll be on YouTube.
So that was the last time Turkey Day was done on Comedy Central, because season 7 was the last season on Comedy Central, and then they moved to Sci-Fi Channel, and for 1 year, Sci-Fi did a sort of Turkey Day marathon, just without any kind of bumpers or anything, just a marathon.
It was a nice sentiment by Sci-Fi Channel to say, hey, we appreciate this show and we appreciate all of you, and that was something Sci-Fi was very good about in the first couple of seasons. They seemed very appreciative, and then fans complained, and they got tired of the fans, and the executives got tired of the show, and then they got canceled. Such is life. But Turkey Day 97, not technically a Turkey Day, but we call it Turkey Day 97 because it's catchier than Sci-Fi Channel Thanksgiving Marathon. It started with the making of MST3K, which, very cute little special. There's not really much to say about it. It's the making of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
There really is nothing else to say about it. Revenge of the Creature, Terror from the Year 5000, The She Creature, I Was a Teenage Werewolf, Giant Spider Invasion, and then at 6 o'clock, they broke to air Star Wars. Okay? And then they came back at midnight for parts of the Clonus Tour and The Incredibly Strange Creatures. So, not really the best episodes from that season, but...
No, not really. But
I would have... But, Turkey Day 97, like I said, it was a great sentiment from Sci-Fi Channel to Misty's. It was nice. It was nice of them. They didn't have to, and they did.
Yeah. We may not have bumpers, but, at least they did a nice little marathon,
It was more than they expected. Misty's at the time. And, it's one of the things that I think really helped, among other things, helped cement the fact that Sci-Fi Channel, at least for the first couple seasons, cared about Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, you could tell that they definitely welcomed the show to the channel, and they embraced it, and it wasn't just like an afterthought that, yeah, we have this show now. They knew that it had a big fan base and stuff, and so that it was their way of, saying, like, hey, welcome to the Sci-Fi Channel, kind of, in a way.
Ironically, Comedy Central is doing that now with Community, because NBC really could... things started playing, what the heck. Because NBC really did not really care about Community at all. And Comedy Central is probably giving it more original promos than NBC did. And more airtime, which is weird.
Yeah, it is.
So, but, what are you going to do? I think that pretty much wraps the Turkey Days up.
Yeah, pretty much, and with the exception of the new one Joel's going to be doing this coming Thursday.
Since since the early 2000s, there have been fan streams that have been going to this day. You can find MST3K streaming on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
SyncTube is gone now, but there's Google Hangout, there's Tiny Chat, there's all kinds of different places where you can watch it. There's live streams. We here at the MSTieCast did one last year. Don't know if I want to do it again, considering Joel's doing his, but I might do it after his ends. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I also throw in riff tracks and cinematic Titanic, because what is Thanksgiving without a Harry Potter marathon?
Yeah, really.
Or Christmas, or
Mhm.
any other holiday,
Mhm.
according to ABC Family.
Yeah. I hope someone records the intros Joel does for the marathon because I'd like to see them.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
He recently just posted a pic on Twitter of him filming the intros. It's he's in a kitchen wearing an apron, look like he's ready to make Thanksgiving dinner. So it's cool. It looks cool.
He's our new cheesy gourmet, or our old one.
Kind of reminds me of like with Adam West for '94.
Exactly. It'll be fun to watch, and someone I'm sure will be recording them and post, or I'm sure they'll probably post them to YouTube like the day after,
Yeah, I hope so because I'd like to see them.
or they'll be on a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think that pretty much wraps it up here for the Turkey Day thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, we're going to discuss the Joel Turkey Day marathon, and probably discuss some of the movies that were premiered during the many Turkey Days.
Mm-hmm.
Discuss the leftovers, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah, this has been fun getting to talk about all the Turkey Day marathons. It was a fun MST3K tradition celebrating the birth of the show, and it's really cool that for this year that it's back for a little bit, which is nice.
it's a very nice 25th anniversary present for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you like what you heard, you can check us out at MSTieCast.com. You can find us on Twitter at MSTieCast. We're on Facebook, Facebook.com/MSTieCast. If you want to message us, you can send us a message at mailbag@MSTieCast.com. And, of course, we have the forums here on the X-Pound where you can comment and rage at us because we got a detail wrong or whatever. People do. And if you want to follow me, of course, it's at Toby Mobius, and you can message me and send me your hate mail and all that good stuff. I also have my own personal Tumblr. It's tobymobius.tumblr.com. I can be found on Facebook. I do many things. Come and bug me about the many things that I do.
He's all over the place.
I am everywhere. If you find a thing, I'm probably Toby Mobius on that thing. Go to MySpace. I still have a MySpace. I just never use it. But you can bug me there if you just don't like Facebook. I have a Google Plus. Do whatever. Whatever. I'll answer questions about the show or whatever. Just trying to get my name out there, folks. So, thank you very much for listening. And as I've said for the past 2 minutes, I'm Toby Mobius,
And I'm Justin Toner.
and this has been the MSTieCast. Thank you very much for listening.
Have a happy Turkey Day, everybody.
Now, poopy.